What's up, IG? I'm Coach Najee.
And I'm Coach Maka.
And we're excited to bring you to another episode of
Let's Focus. All right, before we get started, we are happy to bring you to one of our new gym homes, Muscle City Barbell here in Norcross, Georgia.
Yes, it is an amazing spot to get various types of training at. If you're in the area, if you're coming through, definitely check it out. Now, let's get into this workout. We're back, and today's episode, like I said, is focused on how to structure a workout.
Exactly. This episode is going to be helpful for those individuals who just don't know where to start when they come to the gym. All right, we're going to make sure that we get an understanding of where to start and where to end and having a well-rounded workout. When I first started, I know I came into the gym and was completely intimidated by everything that I saw. So we're going to help you get through this and make sure you understand exactly what you're doing.
Cool. So you guys are going to follow us inside, and we're going to go through a warm-up. We're going to do some dynamic stretches. We're going to activate that core. We're going to go through a little bit of power. We're going to get our legs involved. Then we're going to hit our upper body. We're going to hit some conditioning, and then we're going to stretch it all out. Sounds good?
All right, let's make it work.
Let's go.
All right, so when you first arrive at the gym, you want to get into your warm-up. One of our favorite ways to warm up is riding the bike. We like to spend about 5 to 10 minutes here just to get those muscles loose and your heart rate up, preparing for the workout. Another exercise that we like to do when warming up is jumping rope. So here again, you can spend about 5 to 10 minutes, or you can measure by the number of jumps you perform. 300 to 500 is usually a good rate to get you warmed up. So one of the last ways that we like to get our warm-up is by running on a treadmill, or as you can see here, a woodway. If you want to add a little bit of an extra challenge, raise that incline somewhere between 2 and 4. Again, about 5 to 10 minutes will get you where you need to be in preparation for your workout. Alright, so after you finish your standard 5 to 10 minute warm-up, your heart rate's up, your muscles are looser, you then want to move to your dynamic stretching, as you see us performing here. Now, we've already reviewed dynamic stretching in episode 1, so head back there and you'll see where we demonstrate for you how our dynamic warm-up is performed.
So after we get done with our dynamic stretching, we like to get our core activated. A lot of people spend way too much time at the end of the workout working on abs and neglect training their core, so their core lifts suffer. Right here we have some transverse rotations where we're focusing on pulling that band from the side, creating a stability through our midsection. All right, so for those of you who don't have a band laying around, plank rotations work just fine. You're going to start in that push-up position. You're going to reach your hand to the sky, left side, then right side. Again, you want to keep that core tight throughout the entire movement. So wrapping up our core series, we're going to start in that plank position again, and we're going to drive our knee to our elbow. Again, emphasis is on stability and engaging and locking that core. You want to move smooth. You do not want to rush. All right, now jumping into some power. We like the box jump. The box jump is a plyometric exercise which helps improve muscle elasticity and rate of force. It also trains the body to absorb force, which helps us reduce injury. Another power exercise that we enjoy is the med ball slam. The med ball slam is ballistic in nature and also helps with kinetic linking and rate of force production.
Alright, so we've completed our warm-up, our dynamic stretching, core activation, and power exercises. Now we're going to hit the legs. Now she's demonstrating for us a standard barbell squat. When squatting, it's important to make sure you maintain proper form. So your weight stays in your heels, hips sit back like you're sitting in a chair, chest stays out, and shoulders are back. 8 to 12 reps, 3 sets of this exercise are pretty standard, but please feel free to adjust the number of reps in order to maintain proper form. So if there are no barbells around, or if you feel like the barbell squat is a bit too challenging for you, kettlebell squats are a great alternative. Having to hold the kettlebell in front of your chest demands that you keep that core engaged. Kettlebell squats really do a great job of helping you improve your squat mechanics as a whole. Lastly, if the barbell and kettlebell squats are too challenging for you, the leg press is your next best machine. By being in the seated position, you can worry less about your squat form, and you can focus in more on pressing your legs out and controlling them back.
So now that our push exercises are out the way, now we have our pulls. Here we have our RDLs with the barbell. Make sure the hips stay high, slight bend in your knees. You want to keep the bar close to you as possible and drive through the hips. Depending on your workout experience, you can go 3 to 4 sets, anywhere from 6 to 12 reps. Can't get to a barbell? It's okay. Kettlebells will do just fine for this one too. Again, you want to push back through those hips, chest out, shoulders back, kettlebell goes in between your legs, and we're driving through the hips. Same rules apply, 3 to 4 sets, anywhere between 6 to 12 reps. In conjunction with our kettlebell RDLs and our barbell RDLs, we can do some reverse hypers. This exercise allows us to put the focus on our hips and our glutes and our hamstrings. We're not simply just pulling the back up, but we're driving our hips through the seat. About 2 to 3 sets, 6 to 8 reps should be just fine.
So moving on to our upper body portion of our exercises, the next exercise we're going to show you are pull-ups. The pull-ups can be done overhanded, as you can see here, underhanded, and wide, but for the most part, a pull-up is just that, pulling up. If you don't have the upper body strength at this time to be able to perform the pull-ups in this fashion, using bands is a great way to assist you while you're building that strength. Lat pull-downs are a great exercise to perform whether you can or can't do the pull-up. When doing this exercise, it's important to pull the bar to the upper portion of your chest and keeping the bar controlled while extending your arms on the way back up. Continue to repeat this process for about 8 to 12 reps, 3 sets. So again, We have completed our pulling exercises and now we're back to the push. What we're doing here is a dumbbell chest press. You want to start by lying your back flat on a bench with your feet planted firmly on the ground. You want to start with the dumbbells right by your chest and pressing up into the air until your arms are straight. Repeat the process. So here's an exercise that many of us may be familiar with. It's the push-up. As you can see here, I'm performing modified push-ups. These are good to do when you're working to build the upper body strength necessary to do a standard push-up. You perform these by starting with your knees on the ground, feet up in the air, hands in push-up position, and lowering your body to the floor while pushing your elbows back. Be sure to get your chest all the way to the floor to get a full range of motion. Now we're moving on to the seated chest press. This is a great machine to help you build your upper body strength, specifically focusing on the chest. You start by grabbing the handles, sitting firmly in the seat, placing your feet on the floor, pressing your arms up and out, getting a full extension and controlling the weight back down. Repeat the process. Here we have shoulder presses. This exercise can be performed standing or sitting. You start with one dumbbell in each hand, hover them above your shoulders, and press them up into the air above your head until your arms are fully extended. Then control the weight back down to your shoulders and repeat. Wrapping up our upper body exercises, we have lateral shoulder raises. This exercise is done by taking a dumbbell in each hand and raising them out to the side about shoulder height and controlling them back down.
So now that the heavy lifting is done, we have our conditioning. Conditioning can be done in various different ways. You have HIIT conditioning and you have steady conditioning. About 10 minutes is all you need at the end of your workout. If you want to go longer, that's fine too. So you know you can't leave the gym without stretching, right? This is where we get our nice static stretching done after our workout. Stay tuned for future episodes where we go a little bit further into our post-workout stretch routine.